Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you already know who this is, man. This is the big bad kaiju of STP. This is O'Shea Edwards. And this ain't the one count. This ain't the two count. No, my man. You listening to the 3 Count podcast.
Hit him with a 3 count. Pin him to the ground and the crowd go wild, man down, know what y'all like. Hit him with a 3 count. On the top row, crowd already know how I fly him to the flow like. Hit him with a 3 count. And your boy real chicka real.
So then you put only pictures of you and other people in the debate show intro. You couldn't have put a picture of me, and it's wow.
Yeah. Is this how we're starting to show off today? Just green with envy? He's mad at the little kid who's dressed up as the Iron Sheik. Is that what it really is?
No, I'm mad that no, it has nothing to do with him. It's you.
I mean, you've clearly told people that I I run shit, I do shit, and all you do is talk shit. So I mean, if I'm the one like hosting down the show, yeah, of course I'm gonna put myself in an intro like WWE. We just kind of like acknowledge certain people are here and certain people aren't here. With the banners.
No, see, that's not no. I don't mind you being in the intro, but you could have put me in there. You could have put a picture of me and somebody else.
Okay, well, when you send me pictures of you and like somebody else, I will definitely like put you into.
Well, I'll do that right now.
I don't have the pictures up. Like I have that attached to the intro itself. Not like
you never see, but you never asked me to send. You never asked me to send you a picture.
I'll figure that at some point that you're gonna be like, "Hey, yo, I'm gonna slide him some photos of things that I've been doing."
Well, I just thought. I mean, you know everything already. What I'm doing. I talk to you twice, maybe 3 times a day.
I mean, this is true. Well, I figure at some point you're gonna be like, "Hey, yo, like, here's a random photo of me." I don't know because you have those photos from what was it? What was the show that you did?
I don't know. I do a lot of shows now.
Yeah, it was the show you guys did at Outbreak. You had like all these photos with all these kids and stuff like that. All of them that were out.
Oh,
yeah.
Right,
now we remember. Yeah, yes. I don't remember seeing those photos, but you have them.
I gotta find them.
Yeah, you can send them, and I'll put them in the next. Look, I'll put them in next week's show. Okay, we'll do a whole intro all about Chaz.
Wait a minute, I didn't say anything. See, I didn't say that.
No,
I don't know. I don't want that.
Let you do the intro, just like you've done, where it's like, "Hey, yo, this is the Don Chaz Evans."
No, because we had a show. We had a show about me, and you tried to feature a guy that got canceled and fired from Disney World the last time we had a show about me. So I'd rather not have any more shows dedicated towards me.
No, we're just gonna put you in the intro, and from going forward, henceforth going forward for the 3 Count podcast debate show. That's all it's gonna be.
I was fine.
Chaz show featuring some other dudes.
That's the Chaz show featuring some other dudes. Wow. Okay.
Some other guests.
and Chaz and guests, and the guest is super small. Chaz is super.
The Chaz show.
And guest. All righty. Enough
of
that.
Intro, just like what is it? Like the Mickey Mouse intro. CHAZEVANS. That's it. That's him.
Anyway, hey, it's your boy, your nephew, your cousin. It's the Grapple Region's best kept secret and the world's greatest hater. Ladies and gentlemen, you're checking out the 3 Count podcast debate show. Let me introduce to you. Shut up, Anthony. That's why you're not even on the show anymore. Introducing next, he's my tag partner. He's the guy that's going to go one-on-one with me in this debate show. He's the man that, you know what? He's the red dog, y'all. He's the red dog.
Just cut out the intro. You already heard him talk.
Yes. I'm changing. I'm about to switch up your shtick now.
That's all right. It is
next week. I've been doing it for 3 years. I'm about to change it up now. About to get a whole new intro. Yeah, he's the guy. I'm gonna figure something out.
Yep, the Air Force veteran intel specialist, the one you call on when you need to get the job done, and clearly doing the intros. And more importantly, the DICK of this industry. That's right, the dog in charge, kid. But it's me, Red Dog.
It It's a me, Red Dog. All right. So look, if you've not already done so, make sure you, as you can see below right there, go follow us on your favorite social media platforms, whether that's TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Everything is 3 Count Pod. Only thing that's different is the Twitter, and that's got an underscore in between count and pod. We got a show. I'm sorry. We do have another show called Now Into the Ring, but we'll get to that later. But first things first, we got a shop. Okay. Pro Wrestling Tees /3 Count Pod. Okay, that's the number 3. Don't you dare type in THREE. All right, buy a 3 Count Podcast t-shirt. All right, we will be moving to another platform by the end of the year, so get it now. And yeah, because we'll be doing all our exclusive stuff on that shop there. So now, Cliff, tell us what's coming around for Now Entering the Ring.
Yo, so we have a lot of cool stuff coming up. We have a lot of episodes. Actually, we hope we have everything in the queue that we have that are that's coming out for the future. I mean, you guys already know we're on the road to 300, so we're actually closing in on it right now. But let's talk about what's coming out this week. We do have Classic Pro Wrestling coming out of Virginia. I'm definitely hyped about having those guys on and just having a great conversation like we've been doing with like all of our guests. And then on Thursday, you guys are going to get another episode 2 featuring the one, the only, the most hated wrestler in Eastern Tennessee. That's right. His name is Hack, coming out of Total Psychopathic Wrestling. We had a lot of fun chatting it up too. You guys are going to get other episodes like Carlos Condi coming up. Cousin Condry, I'm sorry, is coming up. So yeah, we're excited, man. There's a lot of good stuff coming down the pipe, and hopefully, in particular, one special guest I've been working on for 300. And yeah, you guys. So if you know, you know, and if you don't know, keep guessing.
We'll give you a free shirt if you guess right.
Yeah, you know what? I like that.
Like if you can guess who our 300th interview is, we'll give you a free shirt.
Facts.
And that's on the red. And that's on the red. And that's on the Red Dog. All righty, here we go. So let's start this off. Let's go with you know what? Let's go with Temp Check. You don't want me back on, Chaz. You know what? You're right. I don't. You're right. Oh, that was funny. Oh, jeez.
That's good. Good. That's good. I like that. Chaz is definitely gonna be. Yo, it's yo.
Yeah, we're already 8 minutes in. And this is already wild.
It's already gone off the rails.
It's already gone off the rails. Already. And Damon's not even on here.
Nope.
Yeah.
Not today.
So, with that being said, let's start off with Temp Check. All right, for those of you who don't know what Temp Check is, that is when me and Cliff give you our hottest and or coldest wrestlers going into this week. So, Temp Check, Cliff, who you got?
So my hottest wrestler of the week, it's probably no surprise, but I'm just gonna say that if an entire country that you cannot get into is cheering for you to be at, that is the epitome of getting over and being over. And I'm gonna have to say my hottest wrestler of the week is Sami Zayn. Like, I know a lot of people are gonna be like, well, what about Roman? What about Logan, Paul? What about Bobby and Brock and all these other dudes? And like, yeah, cool, they're great, but you can't enter a country and you have a bunch of your citizens asking for you to come to the country. That's over.
Agreed.
And I think for me, my coldest wrestler of the week, I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, I know that he's always predominantly featured like in TV, but Darby Allin has got to be that guy right now.
Yeah. I agree with Darby as the coldest wrestler. That was actually mine. It was just I was like, huh. But my coldest wrestler definitely Darby. Darby is on TV, but he's just not doing anything. It's nothing of substance, really. I know what they just started. Was it the Factory? I think about this. They just started. They did beat up little old poor Darby, and he got hit in the head by a guitar with Jeff Jarrett making his all elite debut. But my hottest wrestler is got to be them Ignorant Dogs. It's gonna be them Ignorant Dogs. Okay, I don't know if anybody follows the Ignorant Dogs on the social platforms and follow their careers. But them 4 guys right there cut this fire promo, all right, to hype up their gang warfare match this Saturday in Houston, Delaware. And yeah, they're the hottest wrestlers going into this week. Because I mean, when you spit hot fire like that in an alley and be more, I think you've got, I think you're pretty fire. I think you're, got some steam rolling into this week. But if you want me to give you an actual answer that's on TV, hottest wrestler besides them Ignorant Dogs who should be on TV, hottest wrestler going to be, I'm sorry, the guy put on a instant classic with Logan Paul. He made Logan Paul, he made him a star. He like, and all all of Logan all his fans, he was already a star on his YouTube. No. He made that boy a star. Okay. So my hottest wrestler of the week is my tribal chief. Your tribal chief, the man that sits at the head of the table. He is the one. He is your undisputed Universal WWE Heavyweight Champion of the world, Roman Reigns. That's my hottest wrestler going into the week, and there's not a damn thing anybody can say about it.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with it that the Roman call is probably outside of everything else that's going on.
I mean, Roman's the best. Roman's the constant in wrestling. As long as Roman's my tribal chief, nothing could ever go wrong.
Oh no, it all went wrong.
Listen, when he drops the belt, okay, to Cody Rhodes, the Kang, all right, all's gonna be right with the world. Now, if he drops it to anybody else besides the Kang, then we have issues.
Yo, that was crazy though, man, because you could feel in that match, you could feel the tension building and the anticipation building and the crowd. Let's be real. It's I don't want to say it's Saudi Arabia, but the Saudi crowd is getting hot behind Logan, yeah, and really kind of pushing. And
Saudi, they were definitely hot last night. Well, yesterday afternoon or morning, depending.
It would have been their nighttime, our afternoon, because it was 7 o'clock their time. And not ours,
right? Because it was noon. But the Saudi was lit, and they were lit the entire match, through the entire show, from the start to the finish. I mean, there were some matches that I got a "This is awesome" chant, which I wouldn't have gave, but to each their own. But the fact that they were even chanting that at period more than once is a testament to not only the the wrestlers, but to the crowd, because they were popping for everything. They were biting, and that's always good to see. And it definitely helps matches and helps shows when you have an actual interactive crowd who's in there with you, ready to see some action.
Yeah, I think the one thing I liked about that whole crowd too was that it's. And let's be real, not all of them are going to be in there speaking English, but it's just the translation. Bro, you heard, in the back, I don't know if you heard it, but you heard the crowd, Uncle Howdy. Yo, they was
oh, yeah,
cheering for Bray, the way they were cheering for him. I was like, yo, the we still love you. And even Bray, was just, he had to play off of it because he was just y'all don't love me the way you think you love me. And I was like, he's played off the promos so good. Yo, I was popping. I'm not gonna front. You know what I mean? But I also said it too. One thing about me is that I when Bray was on talking, I put my phone down and I was just paying attention to the promo the whole time. That man.
Yeah, I was in the middle of doing something. I was watching it on my tablet, and I stopped to listen to this man speak. which is crazy what that ability that Bray has, because there's not many people in wrestling where you'll sit and stop and listen to them speak. Very few have that capability, and Bray is just one of those people. Hi.
Oh, we have a guest.
Yep, we had a guest. And now, all right, see you later.
Yeah. So I don't know if you're speaking or not because no one. Oh, because you got the mute on. Yeah, I think what it is though is that Bray just like Bray has this ability to move people and just captivate everybody around them. So it's like one of those things where it's like you're listening to this man go out there and give this speech and stuff like that, and he's like still driving his character forward, and you're like, dang, dude, that is insane to hear this man like do his thing. So I was like, I'm always when it comes to Bray, it's just another level that he can build. And then like you had the Alexa tease that also happened at the beginning of the show too, which was so good. I was like, yo, I'm just hyped with like whatever Bray does, like I'm always with.
Yeah, Alexa out here having PTSD.
That stutter that she had when she was like, and I was like, yes, let's go. She had me popping.
Yeah. All right, let's get to our first debate topic. All right, so we were talking about Crown Jewel. Let's stay with Crown Jewel. So Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley 2 happened, and well, let's just say the match happened. It wasn't bad. The finish maybe was not so much of a pleasure point for some fans. So let's talk about it. How was the how you think? How was the finish for you, Red Dog?
Yeah, I mean the funny thing is the finish to me, it was a finish.
It was a finish.
I wasn't hyped about it just because like I don't know. I feel like there's other ways that you could have had that match end and it would have you still would have got the point across, but. It's the whole Bobby falls to the lock and then like his own submission move is his demise. And and Brock barely surviving. I just wasn't okay with that. I was like, this is dumb. I don't know. It is what it is.
Yeah. So the finish, I understood the finish. I understood why they went that route. I get it. I just don't think it was the right way to do it. I get it. I see 3 squares. I see 3. There it is. Yep, that means the Dark Lord has arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, from his pit hole in Worcester, Utah. I just made that up.
Worcester.
Wow, that does not exist. But okay.
He is the supervillain, David Fatal.
That's crazy.
What it do?
Nah, man, we just sitting here talking.
There is one over here. Okay,
Probably
I heard what y'all were talking about.
Yeah, so yeah, we talking about Bobby and Brock in the finish.
Oh, that finish was bad.
All right, go ahead. Floor is yours.
It's because of the fact that I know what they were trying to do. But those niggas are too big to be doing that bullshit. Come on now. What the fuck? That's like if Earthquake and Typhoon tried to do that bullshit. It ain't gonna work.
No,
but I mean the match itself was good. Like I enjoyed the match. And then I enjoyed, Bobby locking on the Hurt Lock right after he lost, but that kind of took me out of the match.
I think it was something that you said. I think it was something you said, Chaz, that I didn't think about, and now that seeing it play out again and again, I'm kind of on your same boat, right? And it's something I'm annoyed with. It's somebody spears Brock Lesnar through the barricade. Like the first time that happened, like it was like, oh my god, this is so like when Goldberg did it, we're like, oh snap, Goldberg just speared him through the. And now it's like, oh, anybody who has a spear, Roman did it. Oh, so many times. Oh, Bobby Lashley did it. Oh, now you're like, Bobby did it again. I swear to God, if Edge comes back and wrestles Brock and spears him through the damn barricade, that's it.
He going. Look. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for Ricochet to spear him through the barricade.
Shut your mouth.
What?
That don't make no
What?
sense. No.
I know it don't, but what?
The Edge one
See,
really don't
everybody
make
else
sense
is doing
either.
it.
No, the Edge
Look,
one doesn't.
everybody else is doing it. Why the fuck not? Shit. Might as well let the little girl in the front row.
Yo, wait, what was it? Who was I thinking? Who was I thinking about? Caitlyn. Caitlyn comes back, spears him too.
Oh my god. Well, she's she's a real fit and everything and all that. So that's a possibility.
I mean,
Okay.
okay. Gilbert. Hi, Dwayne. But Gilbert. I should make sure like I cover my base too. Hi.
Look. At this point, I feel like anybody can put him through
Anybody
the
who hits a
barricade.
spear.
That's almost like his kryptonite.
I did. I mentioned that on Twitter because it's the same cookie cutter. It's the same intro. Like anybody that faces Brock Lesnar that has of size, the intro of that match is the same intro they've been doing since Survivor Series when Goldberg first came back.
Well, I wonder. Okay, so obviously Brock has like a lot of control over his matches, right? And like what he says is gonna do and what's gonna happen. I just wonder if that's like a bump that he's like, no, dude, like I love taking this bump, so I will take this bump as
He
many
must.
times.
I think he
has
does.
to.
He has
No,
to.
he
Yeah, I know,
has
right?
to. He has to.
Like, I feel like that's on him.
That's probably his spot.
It probably is.
He probably caused that spot. Like I bet, like because like he'll be in the like he's nowhere near like the barricade, right? And he'll probably be like at the entrance, be like, "Hey man, just throw me to the barricade and just spear me through it." And like on the fly, and then they're like, "Okay, cool, let's do it." And then the ref's like, "Hey, get back in the ring." It's like, "We're gonna spear him through the barricade." Okay, I'll slow down the count. 3.
Hold on, let me get out the
By
ring
the
real
time-
quick. Come on, man, get up.
Like with our normal count, we're counting ourselves and we're like 7, 8. They go through the wall, they go through the barricade, and then it's just like 5. Like, dang, man.
But yeah, it's just that same old spot. We hit a spear or we hit a move. Let Brock hit a couple of suplexes, which is fine. The Brock Lesnar suplexes in the beginning of a match. That's the shtick. I understand that. You know,
I'd rather see the arm bar and the sunset flip than the spear through the fucking what's the name.
I agree too. Listen, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind seeing Brock Lesnar put somebody in a headlock. Once every
We know that nigga can do it.
Exactly. Like it ain't like it. I want to see him.
You know what? I want to see
Brock hit the Universal.
I want to see Brock Lesnar do a sunset flip. Like I just want to see it now. Now that we put it out there into the ether, I want to see it. I want to see it at least once. I want the Brock flip to happen.
Bruh, listen. I want to see Brock hit the Universal spot. Here we go. Lock up, headlock. All righty, to the ropes. Shoulder tackle. To the ropes. Drop down. Leapfrog.
Well, like I said, we know that nigga can do it.
Exactly.
It ain't like he can't.
Like
that would be on another level of, oh my god, if I saw that happen, I wouldn't know what to do. I would not know what to do if I saw Brock do a drop down. Yeah, if I saw him run that international, I would legit be like, huh. The Doc Rivers, like
But yeah, man, I think I get why they did the finish the way they did it. You don't want Brock to lose clean. I mean, you don't want him to lose clean, and you don't want Bobby to lose clean. And it's like I get it. You want both looking strong, but the same testament Damian saying, they too big to be doing that specific spot to get into that. They could have
did anything else.
Or you could just go into the Speed Force like Chaz does.
Got it into that same. That works too. It works for Barry Allen. So, but yeah, there were so many different ways they could have gotten into that same predicament. They didn't have to do the whole, let me go put my feet on the turnbuckle, flip down. We could have gotten to the lock, and it's so many different ways.
That's WWE's solution for everything, right? Because look at Shayna Baszler. Like she has that lock that she does, right? And then that's how everybody beats her is with the roll up. Samoa Joe went through the same thing when he was at the E. Like he would put people.
I went through the same thing.
He put them in the cut. Like, what do you mean that you can't just like let go like, of the lock? Like you
I
just
got lost. I lost
What?
the match one time like that, and after that, I started letting go. I was like, I'm never doing that finish again. I'll tease it, but that's about it.
I get the reason for it, right? But I think my problem is that it also makes guys look dumb because, like, you mean to tell me that you're gonna hold
it
this?
makes you like a fucking dumbass.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Especially
like
if
you're
you don't
locked in,
add
you
something
have
to
this
it.
lock on, right? The guy's not tapping, and you're holding on for 3 seconds while you're on the mat. I'm like, why would you just not let go and push that person off, and just keep
Yeah,
the match
that's
going?
why when I did it, the guy was tapping. That's why I didn't let go. And the ref didn't see the tap and counted the pin.
But see, that would
I wasn't trying to make
that kind of an
myself
ending would make sense. Like I would agree with that. Like if that happened, let's say that happened with Brock, right? Like Brock is put into the hurt lock, right? And then he does the backwards roll, and the ref is not watching, right? He's just counting the pin, but on the other side, Brock is tapping like that. At that point, like now, okay,
That would have
so
made sense.
yeah, then I would be like, all right, that's how that works. Like Brock is tapping. Ref doesn't see it. He calls the 3 count. That still works, right? But
No, that sentence alone, Brock tapping, just sounds god awful.
but the ref can't see it. The
No,
ref
it's
can't see
still, but the sentence
the point.
alone and the
Listen, I've
visual of
seen
Brock
Brock tap.
Lesnar, the visual, yes, but the visual of Brock Lesnar, that Brock Lesnar that was on Crown Jewel tapping out, absolutely not.
Oh, no,
I'm
We have to
ignoring.
acknowledge- we have to
No,
acknowledge
we do
everything
not
about
know.
it.
We do not have to acknowledge that guy. I know what he's doing.
Really? That's
No,
what you're doing today, buddy?
Not like he's not the guy that like got us involved.
Right, like he's not ROG. Like I hate him. All right, ignore him. Exactly. See, this is why we see now we got him
Alright.
started.
Yo,
I know. Right? I'm gonna keep on going and not shut up.
Now, but yeah, it's just there was so many different ways they could have done that and gotten to that same.
Oh no, there was definitely tons of ways. I would have rather Brock pass out.
Walter, here's the thing. Walter and Brock, two different. I don't put Walter on that Brock level.
nah.
Nowhere near. Walter's a big scary dude, but I wouldn't put Walter. I wouldn't equate Walter and Brock in the same. Like, oh, if he taps, yeah. Like, I legitimately think that's character like destruction for Brock Lesnar if you have him tap out.
No,
Like,
it would. It hurt him more
that's-
than anything.
Like that's the boogeyman. Brock is the boogeyman, whereas Walter is like big scary wrestler dude, final boss.
I mean,
Yeah,
I feel you, but I still would think that, like, because think about it, if it's almost equivalent to like Charlotte, right? If when Charlotte gets pinned, it's kind of a big deal. We talk about it because we're like, oh dang, like Charlotte got pinned by XYZ. If Brock taps to somebody, right, but the ref doesn't see it, we see it, but the ref doesn't see it. It gives the legitimacy to Bobby that he
Correct.
can make
absolutely,
Brock tap. And that's why
absolutely.
I think
Absolutely.
that would be. I think that visually would get Bobby like way over, and not that he needs it, because I mean Bobby's already over anyway. But we're talking
Right.
about moving to like the next level up, and maybe they're saving it for like another occasion. I don't know, but that's what I'm saying. Like at this point, like if I knew Bobby was making Brock tap, that would probably be something. Which maybe that's what WWE was trying to go for, was that like Brock couldn't get out of the hurt lock, and that's the reason why he took it to the ropes to get the pin. But I don't know. It is what it is.
All right, let's move on to our match of the week. Yes, that's true. It would bring shock value. Yeah, I agree on that
No,
one.
it would.
I agree on that. All right, match of the week. See, okay. Good point. Touche. Give me Brock versus Walter.
I'll take that.
I take
I
that
like to
too.
see that.
We should have got that at what's it called, a long time ago.
Facts, but you know,
we should have got that a while ago. But yeah. So match of the week, Damien. Match of the week.
oh, Roman versus Logan Paul.
Oh, I wouldn't say that, but okay.
What are you talking about?
I wouldn't say that.
Stop hating. Stop hating.
I'm not hating.
Yeah, you are. You are.
No,
hating.
I'm not hating. I enjoyed it.
That match was almost perfect.
No, I want to know. Okay, so now I'm curious. Like, Chaz, what is your match of the week?
Oh, my match of the week? Oh, it's for sure Bailey and Bianca.
That was good. It wasn't no Brock and Logan Paul though.
That was good.
I mean,
I'm gonna say Brock didn't wrestle Logan Paul.
Wrong guy. It wasn't Roman and Logan Paul though. Sorry, that stole the truth.
I respectfully decline.
So,
I respectfully disagree.
I'm gonna agree with one of our people who are putting this in chat. This is my match of the week, though, and I know a lot of people aren't talking about it, which they should.
It was so. That's that was my match of the week. I actually just watched that match like before we got on the air because I didn't get to see SmackDown, and I knew I still put Bailey and and Bianca. I enjoyed Walter and Rey Mysterio way more than I knew I was going to enjoy it, but I enjoyed it way more than what I thought I was going to enjoy it, and I was like, oh yeah. But that's my, if I could do 1A, 1B, that's my 1B.
1A. I'm gonna go Gunther and Rey Mysterio. Like that by far was one of my favorite matches. Also, I'm biased. I ain't gonna front. I ain't gonna lie about it. Like it was just I expected it to be high energy. I got what I wanted, so I was hyped with it.
Yeah, like I said, I enjoyed the Logan and Roman match. Like I said, beginning of the show, I enjoyed it. It was all over the place, which was cool. It was all over the place. Omos versus Braun was really good.
Surprisingly, that was a good match.
It wasn't.
It was better than I expected.
It wasn't bad. Then
it wasn't bad. It was better than I expected.
Yes.
Like Braun made Omos look really good.
But Braun started talking out his neck on Twitter.
Shibata versus Cassidy was definitely a good match as well.
Too. That was good.
It definitely needs to be addressed. That could not lie.
But since we're talking about the AEW match that had Shibata and Cassidy, AEW, the Elite are coming back. How we feeling about this? Let's start with you, Cliff. Then we'll go Damien.
Already know how I feel.
I don't care. I get like they're an addition to the show. Like they're a massive addition to the show.
They are the show.
With Kenny, yeah. I just think that
it's in the name. All Elite Wrestling.
Yeah. I kind of like when they're not featured on the show. And not because I don't like them. I do like the Jackson. I do like the Young Bucks. I do like Kenny. But I think like the way everything kind of played out, like I'm just kind of like I'm over it all. Like I don't really have that much of a care for it. That's why I'm just like, it's cool, great that you guys are coming back, but I'm just like I don't.
Yeah, I can do without him.
Yeah, I just like the idea that I just want them featuring more of their younger talent to be brought up on the levels, right? So like I want to see more of Jade Cargill. I want to see more of Willow. I want to see more of Hook. I want to see more of like these other talents that they have that they're like growing. I want to see them featured more. And I don't need the Elite all the time, right? So like these last few weeks of not having the Elite has been nice. Like, cause I get to see some of these other guys, but now like I get you want to have Jericho like on the show featuring the Ring of Honor title, right? Because it is a big title, but you're also pulling away from like Moxley's story with this whole move with MJF. It's like you can't really like put it all together, but I just need more of the younger guys that they want to keep featuring and keep pushing up.
Oh my god. Right here. Right here. I just did it. Hi.
Hello.
Is this for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's your turn, Damien. Tell that lady. Oh, you just tell me to hold on. We're live, brother.
Well, you're gonna have to wait a second.
We're gonna hit that.
Oh.
I'm gonna hit that mute button.
Yeah, hit that mute button. Then we don't need to hear him talking to the lady at the register.
We don't care.
Yeah, I bet you he's buying cigarettes. Oh, he can't hear me.
There's so many comments like coming in right now. I'm like trying to keep up with it, but also like.
Oh, whoa! Take that down. Take that down. Whoa! Take that down. We can't win. Stop! No! Oh my gosh! Jeez, that man, Vam, out here.
I'm trying to keep up with all your guys' comments. I'm sorry. Like, it is hard.
Putting wild stuff away. We can't try to keep the debate show as neutral as possible.
But I think one thing, but we gotta so let's round it back, right? I just think that with the elite not being there, it helps elevate some of the younger talent that they're trying to bring on and help elevate those talent. And if we keep going back to the well of like, oh, we'll put the Young Bucks in this match, and because you know that they're gonna focus themselves on, and like not that I not that I have a problem. Like, I do have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it. I know that it's their show and they want to like feature themselves a lot. But at the same token, like, I want to see some of this younger talent like start to get over. Like, Private Party hasn't really had like really big matches on their show for a long time, right? I mean, they recently just had FTR, but before that, they weren't really featured a lot. And I want to see these guys, these up and coming stars, start to become stars. And like, if you're not gonna let them work, like, we thought Private Party was going to be the next big tag team to like show up on AEW. And then after their match with the Bucks, silence. Didn't really hear anything about them. Then they turned them heel. Didn't really hear anything else about them. So now it's like, come on now.
Yeah. All right, Damien. You good?
Maybe. Yeah, no, I'm good. I had to stop in there, and they were taking too goddamn long in Walgreens.
Gee, that's aggressive.
Well, this old fucking lady was just sitting there, and I don't know what the fuck she was buying, but she was taking fucking forever. God damn it. Old white people in Utah suck. Yeah, I fucking said it.
All right. So how do you feel about the elite?
Yeah.
Fuck the elite. Fuck the elite. Well, fuck them niggas. I wish they stay gone. I'd rather they go. Shit. How are you gonna go away for a year? Maybe I might say, you know what? I want to see those guys. At this point, they haven't been gone long enough.
Yo, hey, there's a lot of I can't even post out some of these comments that are coming through right now.
That bad?
I mean,
or that many?
Yeah, you know what? We're just gonna say that. Hey, you know what? Never mind. I don't want to say it because I was gonna be like that very indie, but that's not true either.
Anyway, is that it? That's it, Damien? That's all you got?
Oh yeah, you already know. Yo, fuck those niggas.
Oh my God.
Yo, fuck them every day, all day. I can't stand. You know I don't like those. You know I don't like them. If I had a chance to meet them, I'm punching them in the dick. Hands down. Don't ever let me find out they are in Salt Lake, Utah for anything.
Aren't they?
I'm about to say, I think they are going to Utah, which is the crazy thing. If I'm not
in a couple weeks, they're going to be in Salt Lake.
I bet. I'm buying tickets and I'm fucking them up if they're there.
I think they've been in the back the last few weeks now.
I think so too.
I will.
No, I'm curious.
I will take that night in jail. I got an assault charge to give.
What?
Punk started.
You're gonna? Oh my gosh!
What? Just saying.
I just want to know, what are you guys' so I mean, obviously, we have our thoughts, and Chaz, you can throw your 2 cents in here. But I just want to know, what's everybody's thoughts on Phil?
On Phil?
Yeah, on CM Punk.
Oh, I mean,
Man, I would have did the same thing he would have done, except for they would just have an EVP position because they would never be able to wrestle again once I was done. I would have made sure of that.
that's also aggressive.
Well, okay,
What?
so let's talk about this, right? We haven't really this. I don't know if you guys saw or not, but there was like this report, right? That rumor had it, right? And rumor allegations allegedly, somebody was like they were doing an investigation, right? And there was another person that wasn't interviewed in the investigation quotes, wasn't interviewed, right? And it was supposed to, and they said that if that person would have been interviewed, it may have shed light differently on the situation, on how things played out, right, with the EVPs. So there's a lot of talk about how it might have been that Tony wanted the certain investigation to go a certain way, and that they told him not to talk to that person. So it was.
Sounds about right.
So we're saying Tony's skewing the investigation?
I'm not saying.
Yep.
We're not saying that. Rumors are saying that.
Is
No,
that
it
We
sounds
as a
like
Three Count
something
podcast
Booger
have
Sugar
not
Khan
put
would do.
anything.
all right?
It sounds like something Booger Sugar Khan would do. Just
No,
saying.
I'm sorry. This sounds like a terrible dramatic TV show. Like it's on TNT.
Isn't that what wrestling?
Well, guess what? Dynamite is a terrible.
Dynamite's on TBS, not TNT.
Oh,
Wrong
it used to
Turner
be.
Network. Keyword
It
used to.
be.
Past tense.
Well, it's like a bad reality fucking series.
But
I'll
it's
be
a-
right
it's-
back. I'm
it's
going
a
to the
rumor,
bathroom.
though.
It's. I
Bad.
mean, it's no. I don't think so. If it is, I mean, God, it just. Why do you, if he is I mean I didn't have that much respect for Mr. Khan anyway. I just want his money.
Also, by the way, I'm going to reiterate, it was alleged.
Like I said, alleged. But if allegedly, if that is the case, man, that's wild. Just and it's a shame. But then again, I mean, hasn't Vince done that plenty of times? Hide stuff under the rug for wrestlers and whatnot.
Yeah.
I mean, $19 million, which the investigation for that just finished, and it cost him just as much money as Vince was paying out for them. It's man. Listen, allegedly, they all just need to let them come back. Like I think it's stupid. The Elite, I miss the Elite. Okay, I will say that I hate the Elite. Okay, I don't hate the Elite. All right, I hate the Young Bucks. I strongly dislike Kenny Omega because there are some, Kenny sometimes, I'm like, all right, Kenny, that was pretty dope. Like, I'm not a Kenny hater. I just sometimes I can do without Kenny's stuff. But here we are. I don't like the Young Bucks though. I'll never like the Young Bucks. I don't care how much they're influential of tag team wrestling. I just don't like the Young Bucks. What would you do with 1/4 of Tony Khan money? Listen, I get up out this apartment building. I tell you what, take me, my wife, and kids out this apartment. That's what I do with 1/4 of Tony Khan's money. You want me to be honest?
I already told you. I told you I'd take a job with him. I help get rid of half his damn roster because he can't fire people.
I'm just saying, if I had 1/4 of TK's money, I'm paying off a lot of debt. And
well, that too.
Knows that she's going to college.
Same. Nah, same.
And I'm going to start a wrestling organization, and I'm going to feature it on a big network TV show with 4 of my friends, so that they can all call themselves EVPs, just to have one of them head over to another promotion.
That'd be me.
That sounds. No, that's more like me, buddy. You know that. You know I dip on y'all quick. You already know I dip on y'all real quick, especially if it's going sideways.
That's facts. You would. You definitely would.
I'm gonna call it CCW, Cliff's Championship Wrestling.
All righty. On that note.
And I'm never winning the title. Like, I'm always putting myself in position, never win.
All right. On that note, it is now time for this or that. I'm moving. Moving on.
So
you might want to move on.
Moving on.
That was actually pretty good.
Moving on to this or that.
Bet. All right. Well, for this or that, I can't even get through.
CCW, Cliff Championship Wrestling. I hate him.
It's got a nice ring to it. I mean, WCW.
It kind of does.
Yo.
So, yeah, I'll work for you, buddy. I got you.
That's right. EVP.
I'll be in charge of talent relations.
EVP right there. Talent relations.
I got
Chaz, EVP of just talking shit. That's it.
I can be your public relations.
Okay, well, real quick, let me throw this out there because I did get a message I do want to plug, right? So you guys can see down below. Mike, yes, BCW.
Yes.
November 12th. Yeah. In Seminole, Texas. Yeah, definitely.
Yep, our friends down there. Our friends down there in BCW. If you are in the Texas area, go check them out. Okay? Please.
I'm close.
How close are you to Texas?
And depends on what part of Texas, but about 15, 19-hour drive.
That's not too bad.
No, it's not bad. It's not a bad drive at all.
Yeah, no
doubt. Go to Texas and go wrestle down there.
Yeah, BCW. Championship Wrestling.
Go wrestle.
Maybe. I was actually supposed to go down there next week for a wedding.
You got a wedding?
I gotta work.
Yeah, that's what you gotta work. You gotta work. BCW is looking for wrestlers. You know what I mean, like
there you go.
Exactly,
and then we'll join you down there.
Yeah, I saw BCW said they're gonna pay for our plane tickets.
Oh shit!
Oh man, this or that. Yeah, so for this or that, I want to talk about. It's gonna be kind of weird on how we're gonna try to describe this, right? But I want to kind of focus on comedy characters, right? For this or that.
Okay.
So our first character, right? And we're all gonna talk about it. Is going to be, of course, my favorite, Danhausen.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Red Dog.
No, I'm not putting myself over. Remember, I said that. That's why I always compete for the title. I never win, right? So, but I do want to bring up another character, older character, right? In the 90s, Doink the Clown.
Oh. I already know who I'm picking hands down.
I don't know. I'm not sure because one, I mean, I wasn't around for Doink, and then Danhausen. Like I just like the very good, very evil, and I just like to do this to children at my job. Be like, very good, very evil. Like, man.
So clearly Danhausen is over with you.
He is. He's over with me. I feel like I picked Danhausen. Like I said, I don't know. I haven't been a Danhausen fan long. Like I've just always like. I just like when he does this, and then everyone just looks at him like he's an idiot.
I love when he curses people. Like when he did it to William Regal, and Regal was just like selling around the ring, like his legs were like jello and stuff.
Yes.
And like, uncurse him right now. It's like, all right, you're uncursed. It got me to pop. I was like, all right, bet I like this.
I'm gonna go with Danhausen. I don't.
For me, it's Doink.
Oh, okay. I mean, Doink was great.
It's Doink. Doink, and then all his little minions. Little midget clowns. Just fucking awesome. And he was he was funny, but he was a heel. He wasn't even a face.
He was a heel. Even when he was,
he was
he was always like a tweener. like at best.
Yeah, at best. But like bad guy Doink, dude, I fuck with that hard. He was a dick.
He was. Okay, so I think for me, I'm okay. So the one thing I like about comedy characters is that they don't have like this comment right here is perfect, right? From Mike. Denhausen is over as a character and he doesn't need to wrestle. I think that's the great thing about comedy characters is that they can get over without having to wrestle. And if you can wrestle, that's always great too. And I think that Danhausen is actually a better wrestler than Doink was. Although I do love both characters, right? So I think for me, I'm going to lean more towards Danhausen. And I think that he actually appeals to more of a broader audience. He's just got like this thing about this it factor that I feel like gives him a little bit more of an advantage over Doink. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, but it was Doink. I know. And Doink's been around for years and has gone through different iterations. But I just think there's just something about Danhausen that I like a little bit more than Doink. Like, and I love going back and watching all of Doink's old antics because I don't know. I use him in my wrestling matches.
The original Doink could actually wrestle. Like the first one, he could actually wrestle his ass off. Like, he was really good in the ring. The second one was not bad, but like the first person that played Doink, the clown, was like really, really fucking good.
Yeah, I agree.
It was a shame that he had to be a clown. Because like his in ring was like it was almost like Barry Horowitz. Like how Barry Horowitz could go, but he was kind of like a joke.
Yeah. I think there's like it's crazy though. Like I feel okay, so outside of like I want to kind of talk about it, even though we could wrap this up. But I do want to bring this up. Like we are kind of missing like that good clown character that can wrestle, right? Like Doink was great, right? But can you name like outside of like Sin Body, right? Who's on the indie scenes? Can you name somebody in like professional wrestling that's a clown that can wrestle? You know what I mean?
Like a legit clown, or
yeah, like I want to see like that kind of like I want to see like that kind of character. I mean, most people are.
Kenny Omega.
Goodbye. All right. On that note,
thank
you.
I said it.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the 3 Count Podcast.
I fucking said it.
I want to see like a good, fun clown character come into. I don't care where it is. It can be AEW. It can be I don't care GCW. I don't know.
I know one. I have to send it. I have to tell you off air about it, but I know one.
Okay.
Yeah. Damien knows about this one too. There's a good clown.
Bet. Well, all right. Then we'll just talk about it off air.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Off air. Sorry. I can't promote that.
No, I don't blame you.
But all right, cool. For those of you who made it to the end of this episode, guess what? My PlayStation users, you get a trophy. Even though, quite frankly, for those of you who have a PlayStation 5, I envy you because I still have yet to get one. And then for all of my Xbox users, you get the achievement because I'm about to be on y'all side for the first time in my entire life because I can get one of those.
Finally.
I just need I just want to play Gotham Knights.
That game is badass. I've been playing it. It's badass.
All right, that's enough. Don't talk to me anymore. Don't say nothing else. A lot of people saying that.
Yo, I love that scene with that. No.
I watched a good friend of our K.A. Robinson. He's been on the he's been on the show. I watched his YouTube channel of the first hour of him playing it and was like, yeah, I can't keep watching this. It's gonna make me even madder. Like I want to play it so bad.
Multiplayer online.
Exactly. Like anyway.
That game is beautiful.
Yeah, but yeah, for those my Xbox users, you get an achievement. If you've not already done so, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right. And all our podcast listeners, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, podcast.com, all that. Yeah, you can follow us there. Give us a 5-star frog splash review off the top rope for Apple Podcasts. All right. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on your favorite social media platform. Like us on Twitch. Follow us on Twitch. Buy a shirt. Follow all of us on social media except for the Dark Lord because he don't want your follow. So
Yeah,
follow
you
Red
follow
Dog
me,
at
I
the
will
Red Dog.
fuck.
Yeah, don't follow him. It's kind of creepy if you follow Damien.
We
What was I
definitely
saying?
will
Yes,
have some issues if you do.
exactly. You don't want those problems. You don't want those problems. So yeah, follow Red Dog, Red
Don't
Dog
want that.
underscore 85. Follow me, Chaz underscore the Don, and everything. That's everything. Yeah, man, support indie wrestling. Be a good person, and don't support indie wrestling that has
Support
shitty people,
wrestling in general.
except
Bye.
for the shitty people ones, like PWX.
Yeah.
Yo, come on.
Hey guys, it's the host of the 3 Count, Chaz Evans here. Make sure to let you know that I don't run shit, I don't do shit, I just talk shit. And make sure you subscribe to our podcast. What else did you do? You should also follow us on all social medias. That's the Facebook at 3 Count Podcast, the Instagram at 3 Count Pod, and the Twitter at 3Count_pod. Also, if you like us a lot, you should definitely buy a t-shirt at prowrestlingtees.com/3countpod, and that's the number 3. Don't be an idiot and type in THREE because you're not going to find anything. So make sure you follow us at 3CountPod or 3Count_pod on Twitter and buy a shirt. Be there or be somewhere else.